Okay, second graders, hello. Today we are going to be looking at lesson 1-7, and we're going to see how to make a 10 to subtract. So I am going to really encourage you to get a couple of things from your toolkit. Remember your toolkit that we have in our Baldi bag. So you have in your toolkit 2 10-frame maps. So you might want to take those out to begin with. And then you also have counters in your bag. So you might want to also take those. And if you need a minute, you can pause the video now while you go and get those. And I'm going to go ahead and share my workspace with you now. So again, we are in lesson 1-7. Here you can see Jackson, and he has his 2 10-frames here, just like we have. And we are on page 41. Okay, page 41. There we go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start with the story that Jackson has. He says, 14 ladybugs are on a leaf. 6 ladybugs fly away. How can thinking about 10 help you find how many ladybugs are left? Explain. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is look for my important information. And I see that there are 14 ladybugs on the leaf. And then I see that 6 of them fly away. Right? Now the question is, how can thinking about a 10 help you find how many ladybugs are left? They want to know how many are left. And then they're asking us to explain. And we're going to be explaining with words as we go. Okay, so to begin with, I am going to start by laying out those 14 ladybugs. So I'm going to put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, there are my 14 ladybugs. I have a whole group of 10, and then I can count on 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, now I know next that 6 of them fly away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start with my last one, and I'm going to flip over the 6 that flew away. So I'm going to flip over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so once I do that, then I can see using my counters how many ladybugs are left or still on the leaf. Okay, again, I know if my whole top row is there, then I have 5, and if I count on from there, I have 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 14, I'm going to write that here. Take away the 6 that flew away, leaves me with 8 still left on the leaf. Okay, 14 take away 6 equals 8. Okay, if you need more time with that, you can go ahead and pause the video now. I'm going to go ahead and clear my counters off. And what you can do now is you can fill them in just with your pencil. Okay, so we know we started with 14. So again, I have my whole top, that's 5. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the second row, that gives me a 10. And then I'm going to count on from there, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. And because I can't flip these over, I'm going to go ahead and cross them out this time. Okay, so I always cross out or start taking away from the very end and work my way backwards. Okay, so I always start from the last one that I did. So I'm going to cross out, 6 flew away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, So again, that leaves me with 5, 6, 7, 8 that are still on the leaf. Okay, 14 take away 6 equals 8. All right, good job, guys. Okay, I would like you to, if you need more time, you can pause. But we're going to go ahead and look at the next page. Okay, so here's Jackson again, and he has another story to share. So this time, it's asking us to find 13 minus 7. You can use 10 to help you subtract. So it shows us a couple of different ways to use 10. Okay, I'm going to go over the first one here with you in these two boxes. So one way is to start with 7. So they're starting with the smaller number, and add 3 to get to 10. Okay, so we started with 7 and we added 1, 2, 3 to get to 10. Okay, next add 3 more to make 13. So here I have 10 plus 3 equals 13. So do you see they had 10 all together, but they knew they needed to get to 13 because that's the number that they started with. So they had to add 1, 2, 3 more to make 13 altogether. Okay, so if I look at the ones that I needed to add that are there in yellow, I see that 7, there's 7 reds, 5, 6, 7, plus 6, there's 6 yellows, 3 and 3 is 6. 7 plus 6 equals 13, right? I have 10 altogether, 11, 12, 13. So 13 take away 7 equals 6. I'm using a related fact there, right? If I know 7 plus 6 equals 13, then I know 13 minus 7 equals 6. Okay, related facts. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and use that same strategy for number 1 in my guided practice, and then I'm going to show you another way. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the guided practice. It's asking us to make a 10 to subtract and telling us we can use counters and our work mats. Okay, so they give us the work mat here. My subtraction problem is 15 minus 8 equals something. So what they did is they began with, again, that smaller number, just like they did in the example. So the smaller number is 8. So I have 5, 6, 7, 8 red counters. Now I'm going to continue on until I get to the number that I started with, my whole, which was 15. Okay, so count with me. Here I have 8, and now I'm going to trace these and count as I go. You count on with me. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, I have my 15. That's what I needed to start with. And now what I want to do is count how many more I had to add. Okay, how many more I needed to fill in. So I know I have 5 here. Oh, I'm sorry, let's start here. So I know I started with 8. And in order to make that first 10, I needed to add 2 more. So here I have 8 plus 2 gives me 10. Okay, now I need to find out how many more I needed to add beyond that 10 to get to 15 altogether. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so I had that 10 already, and then I needed to add 5 more to get to 15. So all together, how many additional counters did I need to add on? I had 5 plus 2, right? 2 here, 5 here, for a total of 7, right? If I count that out, I have 5, 6, 7. So 15 minus 8 equals 7, right? Okay, now I'm going to look at a second strategy. Here's another way. So the first way is starting with a smaller number. This is another way. Another way is to start with 13. So my problem is still 13 minus 7. So I'm starting with 13 and subtract 3 to get a 10. Okay, so here they're modeling it for you. Here's 13 altogether, and they're taking away again from the very end first, 1, 2, 3, and now they have a 10. Okay, since 3 plus 4 equals 7, then we're going to subtract 4 more. Okay, so they knew that they were subtracting 7, so they knew they had to subtract from this. They started with these 3, so they're going to subtract 4, 5, 6, 7. So that made 4 more, right? So they had their 10. From that 10, they took away 4 more. And at the end, they were left with 5 and 6. Okay? All right, so that is the second strategy that they're showing you, and that example is done in number 2. So let's look at that one together. It's asking us to first subtract to get a 10. And my subtraction equation is 16 minus 7. So here they give you 16 altogether. And the first thing they want us to do is to subtract from that 10, right? Or to make a 10, I'm sorry. So I only want to be left with these top 10. So how many will I need to take away? Let's see. You can cross them out with me. We're going to start from the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I had to take away 6 in order to get left with this 10. So 16 minus 6 gave me that 10, right? Now they want to know, of that 10, how many more do I need to take away, because the number that they gave me to subtract was 7. So I've already taken away 6. How many more do I need to take away to get 7 altogether that I'm subtracting? Right? That's right. If I've already subtracted 6, I only need to take away 1 more. So I'm going to cross out that 1 more. So 10 minus 1 equals, how many did I have left? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 equals 9. Right. Okay. So for this strategy, I need to look at how many I have left. I've crossed out 7, and the ones that I have remaining, I count them at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm left with 9. 16 take away 7 equals 9. Okay, boys and girls, so that is a lot of computation that they're asking us to do today. And they do, like I said, give us 2 different strategies. I am going to encourage you to not go back and forth between those different strategies. I would like you to pick one and to do that strategy to help you to solve. Okay, so after working with lots of boys and girls over the years, I have found that most of my students prefer the strategy where we start with the given number and then we subtract the second number. Okay, that's the strategy that most of my friends like. Now, if you prefer the other strategy, that's okay. You can do that strategy, but I want to make sure that you are feeling successful. And so I'm going to encourage you to choose one or the other and to use that one for this page. Okay. I'm going to model the one that we just talked about, which is starting with that bigger number. So again, we always start with our reds, and my number is 11. So I know I'm going to be filling up my whole top 10 frame because 11 is bigger than 10, right? So I have my whole 10 frame at the top filled in. And in order to make that 11, how many more do I need to add? That's right, 1 more. Okay, so I have 10, 11. And now they're asking me to subtract 4. So in order to do that, I'm going to flip over my counters, starting from the end. I'm going to start flipping over, and I'm going to flip over 4 because I'm subtracting 4. So it's going to look like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I had 11 altogether, and then I flipped over 4. Those are the ones that I'm taking away. How many am I left with? Okay, I don't have to count them one by one because I know this is 5. So I'm going to say 5, 6, 7. Perfect. 11 take away 4, equals 7. Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and try another one together. Let's try number 4. 14 take away 8. So I'm going to go ahead and start by showing 14 counters. And you can see why you're going to want to have your 10 frames and your counters out as you do this page, because each time we're going to be modeling first with our counters. Okay, so I have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Great, that matches my first number. Now they're asking me to take away 8. So I'm going to start flipping them over, starting from the end, right? You can do that with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, how many am I left with? I have a whole row at the top plus one more. Very good, that's 5 and 6. So 14 minus 8 equals 6. Good, how do you guys feel about that? Yeah. Okay, once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad, right? Okay, so our next problem shows 12 minus 7. So I'm going to go ahead and start this time with 12 on my 10 frames. All right. I'm going to give you a minute to go ahead and get your board set up. Remember, if you need an extra minute, you can always just pause the video. And now I have 10, 11, 12. Now I'm being asked to take away 7. So I'm going to start from the end, and I'm going to start flipping them over. I'm going to flip over 7 like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. Did you do that with me? Okay, we have 7 flipped over. Good. Okay, so now the question is, how many are left? How many are still red? That's right, my whole top row is still red, and I know my brain can read that really fast. It's 5, right? Very good, guys. Okay, let's try one more together. Now we're getting a little bit faster at it, right? 12 minus 4 is my equation. So again, I'm going to start by modeling 12. And I would like you to do the same. Kind of already had 12 on there, so that's kind of easy. Okay, and this time we're taking away 4. So I'm going to start at the end, and I'm going to flip over 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, how many do I have left? 5 on the top, 6, 7, 8. So 12 take away 4 equals 8. Okay? All right, guys, how do you feel about that? I think the more you practice, the better you will get. We already did that whole first row. So now you're only responsible for 7, 8, 9, 10, that next row, and then the following one after that, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Okay, so you have 8 altogether to do on your own. And then if you would like a bonus or a challenge, you're feeling up to a challenge, you can try number 15 as well. Okay? If you come across any problems and you want to ask questions, you can always reach out. But otherwise, I will see you real soon in our Google Meets, and I hope you have a great day until then. Okay? All right, guys. Bye.